Welcome to the Family Church Podcast at First Baptist Church, Irondale, Missouri. It's yours truly, Shane Spear, and
Doug Hill.
opposite day. And the First Lady of Irondale, I never say it right. We'll call her Aunt Dee. Go ahead. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
I'm Delhia Voyles.
Hi, Delia.
All right, say that part real slow so everyone can.
Yeah, we're going to get it.
Yeah.
Delhia Voyles.
Nice. Well, start us off there, Shane.
All right, we'll get started off. A couple questions here. What is your religious background like? So, we know you're the preacher's wife now and stuff, but before then, growing up, what was your religious background?
I went to church with my grandparents. My mom and dad didn't really go to church much. My mom did sometimes, but it was not regular at all. So I would have sleepovers on Saturday night with my Granny Ruby and my Poppy Craig, and we would go to a little church, a little tiny country church called Munsell, and that was really the extent of it until Steve and I got married. And then when we got married, we went to church most every Sunday. I'm gonna get into more than I'm getting ahead of myself, I guess. So,
What would you say growing up in general was like down there in the holler?
I did live in the holler. I grew up on a farm. It's my family's farm. When I was really little, we lived in town, and my Poppy Craig and Granny Ruby lived in the farm that I grew up on. And our house in town burnt. And so we had to move out for a while, and while it got renovated. And then when we were getting ready to, we actually lived in the basement while the upstairs was getting renovated. And then right before it was time to move back into the new, my dad bought the farm from my Poppy Craig, and my Poppy Craig and Granny moved into our house. So that's where my Granny Ruby still lives. And my dad still owns that farm, and as the years have gone by, he's added more land, bought up more land around it. But yeah, I grew up on Sycamore Creek, and that's where I spent a lot of my time in the summer. My sister would babysit me, and I played in the creek a lot to stay away from her.
No, farm girl would probably not be the word I would use to probably describe you currently.
Yeah, I didn't like it then.
Yeah.
I hated it. To feed the chickens and help
Right.
feed cows, and we had pigs and goats and horses sometimes. Yeah, it wasn't my
First world experience because now you just feed a grown baby all the time.
right.
Yeah.
And a dog.
And a dog.
He probably eats like a horse.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, he is actually currently mad at me because I ran out of string cheese, and that's his favorite snack.
We were talking about Steve, by the way.
Talking about Wilson.
Ron calls those sticky cheeses. So
Yeah,
they're always plural. Sticky cheeses.
stick of cheeses.
Yeah.
So does Wilson.
Yeah, that's great.
They're good.
You
I
okay?
don't have any good.
When did you first? Yeah, as me and Shane though, you and Steve pretty well just grew up together.
Right.
So early on, you knew who Steve Voyles was. When would you say would be the first time you gave him the time of day or a look or any of that? Because as we all know, he's a gigantic dork.
Right, he is. We did grow up together. Our parents was best friends before my mom and dad got a divorce, and I couldn't stand him, and he was mean to me. He body slammed me one time for real, like the full blown body slam.
RKO?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've tortured him some over the past almost 22 years. Uh, I tried to give him my phone number, at Casey's one night. He had just got out of college class, and I gave my phone number, and he threw it away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's a challenge.
You still
No, it was a home phone. I didn't.
yeah, that's
He
true.
panicked.
Yeah, yeah, you got
No, I had a home phone. I didn't. This was a long time ago. I didn't have a cell phone.
our house phone.
No, I didn't have it for very long. This is when I lived on my own. So I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't have it. Yeah. So yeah.
About you, but what was Steve like growing up? So you guys grew up together. If you could describe Steve, because he would never tell us this. So if you
Right.
could describe what a young preteen, teen,
Adolescent.
adolescent,
He was
juvenile Steve.
Juvenile. Yes.
a jerk, and he was a bully. He teased people and aggravated people all the
We
time.
still don't know we just give him grace because he's
Yeah.
a preacher.
Yeah, we
Right.
get back though.
Yeah, but we do get him back.
He
More to come.
was a dork. In high school, he packed around his Bible everywhere he went. I know that that's terrible for me to make fun of him,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're kids, and it was weird.
Yeah. In those when you're in the high school setting, now as a parent or an older, James the youngest one in the room, but an older person, you see that now and you're like, I want my kid to do that.
Oh, right, for
But
sure.
when you're in high school,
Yeah, I thought it
nerd
was,
alert.
you
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
You're lame.
yeah, Superman. That's funny, and it definitely tracks for him. So you gave him your number. He threw it away. He's told us a little bit of this story. He eventually come to his senses.
Yeah, so um, it wasn't really a date. We were just riding around, and we were at the ballpark, and there's a bunch of people around. And I got in with one of my friends because we were going to do things that we shouldn't be doing as teenagers, and wasn't old enough to buy things that we didn't need to buy.
Correct.
And he thought I ditched him. So he went and picked up another girl.
Oh boy.
And I come back and I'm like, are you kidding me? Perfect. And so anyways, well then we go on about our night. Like, I had my friend get my stuff out of his car. He realized that I had not ditched him when he was picking this girl up, and he seen like my car keys and everything was still in
Right.
his vehicle.
What kind of
His vehicle was a Pontiac Sunfire. Yeah. So he actually had a Chevy pickup. I can't remember what year it was. Standard black. It was really nice.
Right.
And then for his graduation present, his grandma and grandpa bought him Pontiac Sunfire, and his whole life. It does. Yeah. Not it's not relatable. I mean, I guess my sister and my mom spoiled me how they could, but not in big ways. But anyways, yeah, so we met up at a party, and he took me home. And then we went on, like, he literally took me back to my house. And that was it. And then we did go, our first date was to the movies. Me and Riley both went. And he bought her everything she put in the cart at Walmart and J.C. Penney's. No. Yeah. And so, I don't know, we just been together since our first official date. No,
No.
I don't even think. No, I had a toddler. I don't think we
You were been-
touched. Yeah, hands.
For a little more. Well, how awkward was it when you asked to marry him? What was that situation? How did that go?
This has got to be on.
Okay, so we were running amok when we were teenagers. Okay, we were not living any kind of Christian lifestyle. So we were on our way back from West Plains, and this is so silly. We stop at a gas station, but it's closed because it's like 2 in the morning, and I can't tell all of this on myself. I needed to pee.
Sure.
So we have to stop. There's no place to go, okay? And I am a country kid. So then I finish my business and he proposes to me. He does not have a ring. I said yes.
Naturally. You whittle up a stick real quick and
No.
tie a red tie together. Nothing.
No. But
Oh boy, we're coming empty handed.
he did. And so then,
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Dude,
No.
jackets.
No, completely empty handed. So he did ask what kind of ring I wanted, and I told him exactly what I wanted, and it's actually exactly what I have. He went to Popper Bluff and picked it up, but whenever he came back, he gave me a light up ring from the gumball machine first. So he kind of like re-proposed with that, and then he gave me my real engagement ring.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah.
I have lots of them. Yeah.
You and my wife are more like, like a photo album.
Oh, I have a photo album.
When we learned that she was for sure pregnant, she peed behind the Taco Bell dumpster.
She's gonna be so happy that you're doing this.
Money that's
That definitely gets a sure, but leave it in there for fun. So Steve often talked about his preaching early on and all that, and he was obviously in it very early. But you guys were together. He asked you to marry you. Not sure the total timeline, but where are you when he really dives back? And, he's told stories like, God, I don't want to feel this way anymore.
Right.
Show me the way that the gentleman asked him to preach.
Right. Okay. So that's probably going into maybe year 5 of our marriage.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he did preach and was involved in church when he was a teen. And he kind of fell away from that, and we were both just being typical Shannon County teenagers, really.
Sure. So crazy because I can't see him in any other way than that.
pictures.
Yeah.
Right. But after we got married, we did go to church, but it was just like to make other people happy.
Or the Easter Sunday, Christmas Sunday.
Just to check in the box.
Right.
Very much so. And I really felt super uncomfortable doing that just because I wasn't living right at all. And I just thought this is a waste of time. Who am I doing this for?
Right.
I'm not doing it for myself, and I'm not doing it for God. I'm not bought in at all. And so year 1 through 5 was rough. We had a toddler and a brand new baby, and he works at the parts store, goes to school full time at night, and then he quits working at the parts store to take a job to, he was just going to be an aide at, I think it was at the high school in Emnitz, and then so that he could coach.
Right.
He took a huge pay cut, and he didn't make a lot to begin with. So it was stressful. And I ended up working at a t-shirt shop in Emnitz, and we were doing okay, but it was just tight.
Yeah.
We're still not really living right, and we're not getting along at all, like to the point of us really considering splitting up because we're just not good for each other.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah.
And my sister had been going to church, same church that Steve goes to with his family. I had gone some, but I just hated it, and I just felt so strongly about not going. And so one day he comes home. I'm still in bed when he gets home from church. Like, I'm miserable. I battled depression, and at this point I didn't even realize that was something going on, with me. And so he comes home and he sits down on the side of the bed, and I said, if you try to talk to me about church, I don't say anything to me about church anymore.
Right.
I don't want to hear anything about
This
it.
is right after his first sermon back, right? Or his second?
No, he hasn't preached at all.
He hasn't yet.
This is when the guy asked him.
Yeah, this is when he had the moment and the guy asked him. Got it.
Yeah, but I didn't know all that because
Right.
I said, do not talk to me about it. I do not want to hear it.
Yeah.
So a few days later, my sister's like, hey, Steve's going to be preaching next Sunday. And I was like, what are you talking about? Why do you know this and why do I not? So I go to Steve and I'm like, hey, what is this? You're preaching? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, why didn't you tell me? And he said, I came to tell you. And I sat down on the bed and you said, do not talk to me about church. And I was like, ouch. It hurt my heart.
Yeah.
For him, and I felt like such a fool. So, his side of that is he was begging, I'll literally do anything, and and he asked him to preach right after that, and so they set it up to preach the following Sunday, and I went and I gave my heart to the Lord that night, and I mean, our marriage has been completely different since then.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely a lot of ups and downs in between, but year 1 through 5, we felt like we had sacrificed so much for each other, and we had not given at all.
Right.
We were incredibly selfish, young, dumb, but we finally started living for each other and doing things for each other because we wanted to, and putting him in the center of our marriage saved it for sure.
100%, yeah.
Almost 22 years later, so here we are.
22 years later, expecting grandbaby number 1.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Me too.
Do what?
Me too.
You're funny.
Shane trying to stir up the room here. That's, I think that a lot of young couples out there, I don't think if the word divorce hasn't been mentioned at least once, I don't think you're doing it right.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm young at the time. I'm going into this like I tried to back out. And not get married before because I just felt like I wasn't good enough. We don't come from, we're completely different. Our families are different. I just did not feel worthy.
Yeah.
And I sometimes still don't. And I have to, I mean, that's hard. And it goes hand in hand with battling depression for sure. But I didn't know those things at the time. I just felt like I wasn't good enough.
Right.
And that puts a lot on him too, because I'm constantly in fear of when's it going to end.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, well, it's going to. My parents got a divorce after they had been married for 18 years. So as crazy as this sounds, I was terrified that we were going to make it to year 18. Our kids are going to grow up and leave, and then we're just going to be done.
Yeah.
And thank goodness that's not the case, but I was terrified of that. I mean, this year we'll be married 22 years.
Right.
So for the past 4 years, I haven't had that icky feeling, but I did for the first 18.
Right. Which is crazy. Similar where my parents made it 20 years, but when you go into it, you're like, I don't know. Being young especially, having children early and all that. I've said once to Ashley, like, I think we got married too young. I don't think we were done living for ourselves yet.
Right.
And I think that's what it is. And now with you guys, you seem to be living your best life every day.
Yeah, we truly
Talked to him this morning. He said, I don't know, last time I woke up at home, stayed there all day, and then went to bed at home.
Yeah, so I asked him the past few weeks have been so crazy, and I absolutely hate being away from him at night.
Yeah.
Especially, like I hate it. I want to be home.
Yeah.
Or with him. But
Yeah, no, you're the one not home.
yeah, right,
I'm
yeah.
gonna break the mic.
Yeah, I
you're
almost
the mic,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm gone several nights a week, and so I texted him and said, "Hey, could we have date night at Twisted Tavern?" But when I say date night, I mean like mid-afternoon,
Yeah.
because I
hit the matinee.
yeah, because
Yes.
I don't want to I don't want to be out late. I want to be home in my PJs.
Right.
And then so Friday night he made pork steaks and I made potatoes and we stayed home and I was like, let's just stay home today and not go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so at one point I wanted something sweet to eat and he's like, I'll run to Roy's or Potosi Walmart. And I was like, no, we're not leaving the house today. I am fine. I don't need any junk food anyways. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Side note, no brandy for you last week.
Sad.
Yeah.
Those are delicious.
Shit. Pretty good.
Well, I'm happy she got it.
Yeah. But I was like, I came early for band practice. I was gonna bring it then, and then he's like, well, she's not gonna be here. She's taking off to go back to Winona, and I'm like, well, shoot. So I went over there and robbed their case dry. I got actually all kinds of stuff for Valentine's Day. It didn't go to waste.
Well, on a little side note from the story we're on, this is the second time I've done this podcast because the first time didn't
Right,
happen.
I didn't hit
It's
record.
technical
So,
difficulties.
on
We're
the-
not
on
sure
the
whose
first-
fault.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna
Not
blame it on
payers.
Steve.
Yeah, it was his fault.
Yeah, definitely Steve.
So you went in. Well, first time we did this, you kind of went into your talk about like your depression and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So could you dig a little bit into that? Because just for the people at home, just they might be going through something similar that would
Yeah, I
kinda
struggled
help them out with
a
it.
lot of the same stuff.
So I don't remember exactly what I talked about last time.
It was your season depression and
Yeah. So I do have seasonal depression and a low lying all the time depression. And looking back, I know that I had it as a young teenager. My sister and my mom would try to cheer me up, buy me things. And I remember specifically October being one of the worst months for years. But my sister and her boyfriend at the time went to Mountain View Walmart and bought me all kinds of stuff for Halloween. And one of them was a little witch that sung Happy Halloween, and it was super annoying. But they were trying to just make me happy.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, because I was mad and angry, but I couldn't tell them why. And
Right.
I was mean
Yeah.
and throw fits and I was so awful to my mom and my sister. And then Steve and I we're married for I don't know a year or two, and it starts getting worse. And I remember driving to my sister and just in tears telling her, I can't do this. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot do this. I cannot function. I have to go to the doctor. So I get into the doctor that afternoon, and he sends me to talk to a therapist that, like, later in the evening, like one of the latest appointments, because I was desperate. And I ended up going to a counselor for probably 6 months, once a month, and that helped a lot. Just being able to share feelings. You know, she would ask me questions, and I felt comfortable enough to, open up, and she made me see things that I didn't even know, that I held deep down. And letting that out really helped. And medication, I had to be on medication for a good while, and I hated that because depression is like, you're fine, you're tough, you don't have it kind of thing. That's how I was raised, really. Like, you're fine,
Yeah.
suck it up.
Suck it up.
Yeah. And so I couldn't. I couldn't. I was completely at a loss and completely out of control. And it's been hard, but as I have grown and the more years that I, have experienced this, I see it coming. I can feel it coming.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable enough with Steve to talk to me about it.
Right.
Because
That's the hardest part.
before, if he even mentioned something,
Yeah.
I'm like, flip out mad.
Yeah.
Do not talk to me about it. You don't know, that kind of thing. And then
Yeah.
also distinguishing what is your thoughts from depression and what is your honest true feelings. That's really hard to distinguish, and so I have struggled with that a lot. But like I said, the more years I've battled it and dealt with it, I can see it much more. And I know there's things that I cannot do because it'll just send me, deeper into it. Like if I feel like I need to stay home, I need to almost be a hermit. I don't want to get out.
Yeah.
I know that I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make myself because it just gets worse if I don't. Yeah, and talking about it with Steve it helps a ton. Being open and completely honest and having that safe space to be vulnerable and express how you're feeling, even if you feel like you're losing it. That helps so much.
A lot of people go, especially this time of year because of the weather. You can't go out and do anything. Everything's gray. There's no life around. The trees are all dead. Looking.
It's cold and
It's
miserable.
cold. You can't go outside and do anything.
I always say I was born in the wrong state. I feel like I should have been born where it's sunshiny and beautiful and hot all the time. I'm living my best life in the summer.
Yeah, I'm the same way. November, December, January. Like this week, I felt it coming all the way to Friday. Like the weather's great. I'm heading up. Everything is sunny.
Oh, I love it.
I can wear shorts.
Right.
And which it's got to be pretty cold for I don't wear them anyway. But we're up, and then just this cold snap happened again, and I'm like, ugh. And Friday was just.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't want to be anywhere, see anybody, leave.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Even into yesterday morning, probably midday till I came out of it yesterday, I would say. But it does get easier with a spouse that can, like, my wife is the worst about, get over it. She's very tough, very guarded, very, doesn't understand emotions a lot, because she was taught her whole life to not have emotions. So, she'll probably kill me for saying that. Anyway.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, so to have somebody that is almost the complete opposite, but tries to hide it,
Right.
to be manly and be tough,
Right.
so nobody sees it, is very, very hard. And then you're mad at them because they don't understand.
Right.
But then you don't understand why you're mad to start with,
Right.
or why you feel this. So it's a revolving.
Yeah, it's a vicious
circus.
cycle. Yeah, it is a circus. It
Yeah.
really is.
Your brain is. I shared something the other day. More people need to be talking about it, and it doesn't make sense to anybody that doesn't have it. But sometimes the wrong noise in your head is the only noise that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's how people ultimately end up not here anymore.
Right.
It's very bad, and it's very real.
It is, and it's so scary. It
Yeah.
is so scary.
Very. And it's scary for the other person. Like my wife, it scares her because she doesn't know
Right.
what's
going on
yeah,
in your head?
Yeah, what's
What are
going
you
on,
thinking?
or what's next, or what wild move. Because I'm a generally fairly impulsive person, especially when it comes to jokes. So, and then if the joke doesn't work, I'll double down. So. Do you have something loaded up there?
Well, no, we're done this. I had something else flare.
Oh, okay. I was going to transition into that. So how did that transition into motherhood of two for you? I'm sure it's hard for me to deal with as a father of one. Like, I don't want her to ever see me like that. I don't ever want her to see her dad never in control.
Right.
And before you answer that, I want to tag my question onto that.
Yeah.
And how was it going? So we already discussed how Steve, you and Steve for 5 years just running amok, and now Steve's preaching. So how was it going from being a wife to a preacher's wife?
Yes.
Okay, so which question do you want me to answer?
Take it however you want to
Okay.
do one. Yeah.
So, as far as depression and anxiety and that kind of thing, Steve and I have been very open and honest with our kids about that for sure. But most everything, we didn't do a lot of fighting and arguing in front of them. We tried not to. If we did, I was probably the one guilty of popping my mouth. But they knew. I told them and explained to them, what was happening. And my kids are so smart, and they were young, whenever, but they could tell, they could see it, even when I didn't, long before I did, probably. And but yeah, they know, and I feel comfortable enough to still now talk to them about it and visit with them about it. I think that it's so important to be open and honest with your kids at the right time, of course. And explain it to them the best you can so that it's on their level. Because I want them to know what's going on with their mom, but also I want them to have empathy for people, that are having a bad day, or, whether they have depression or not. I want them to see, I want them to not be blindsided. They're grown now, but I wanted to make sure that they were walking into adulthood knowledgeable. I felt like I was not. And I'm not blaming my parents or dissing them at all. They loved me and coddled me, and I think they didn't know how to handle it either, because they didn't know what was going on. And so I was babied by them way too much. And so that was a disadvantage for me, and it was definitely a disadvantage for my husband and my kids whenever we got married. Going from just a regular wife to a preacher's wife, I think that's so funny. So when Steve and I got married, he told me he wanted to be a basketball coach, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. Well, I didn't think that would happen. I don't know why I didn't think it would happen. And then within the first year of us being married, he does this, okay? And so that was an adjustment. But when he started preaching, I was just as desperate as he was for our marriage to be saved. And so I had a lot of learning to do. I still do. He's so smart whenever it comes to the Bible. I don't feel like I am at all, but it was I don't know, it was easy. It was easy to walk into that role. I felt like I've enjoyed it, and I was just desperate, honestly. And so it wasn't a huge change. I mean, it was a huge change, I guess, but it wasn't hard. We needed it. I needed it. I needed saved. I was not a great person. I wasn't being a great wife, and I was not being a great mom in those years. Not entirely.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy to be on like the other side of it now and see like the person you were versus the person you are now, and see what, think back to like what you thought you needed then versus what you actually needed.
Right.
To see that and be like, wow, boy, I really thought I had it all together.
Right. Yeah. I did. And I thought, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit the fear of the unknown. And so that's probably one of the reasons that I was so pushing back from church and not wanting to be like, I felt like scared.
Yeah.
And because this is the first time I've really ever experienced a relationship with God at all. And so I was terrified.
Yeah.
And having to give up control was really hard for me. But once I found out he was preaching that night, then it was just, I mean, my mind was made up. I'm going and I'm supporting him. And I have ever since.
It's also crazy to think about too. You know, you said you were desperate for your marriage to get better, but I think for those of us that have been there, you're like in the moment you're so like over it, like I don't care, don't let the door hit you.
Right.
You know, like I'm done. I want to be footloose, fancy free.
Right.
You know, but then in reality, it's because you that's your person. And that's who you want to spend every day with.
Right.
And you're just, I guess, scared, maybe is the right word, because you don't know how to make it work or what to do with it.
Right. So we did feel like we had done everything.
You're right.
And
everything but the one thing.
Right. Literally. And once we did, then, you know, it was like our eyes are open to like we were both being such babies and so selfish and was not putting each other's needs before our own at all.
Right.
And it was just a constant battle. Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're both very hard-headed and it just did not work. And we're like night and day opposite. And I think that works out really well in our marriage. Absolutely. But when we started putting each other first and doing little things for each other, it just makes it so much better. And I mean, he's the love of my life. He's my best friend, and I'm so thankful all those years ago that I quit being a jerk and went to church.
Yeah, and he quit being a jerk and quit picking on you.
Right. Yeah. Well, mostly.
Yeah.
He still does.
Yeah.
So, is there any pressures that you feel, or early on that you felt being a pastor's wife, that you had to like conform to this way or act a certain way or be a certain way?
And I'll pause there because to me now, you know, I've only known you since you've been here. Mm-hmm. You seem like a person like, this is who I am. I love Jesus, my husband, my kids. This is who I am. If you can't handle that, okay.
Okay, so you kind of have my attitude
right
spot on.
Right.
Yeah, because that's who I've always been.
Yeah, whether you're supposed to be the quote the pastor's wife or not, this is me.
Right, this is who I am.
And just because you don't think it's right doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
Right, exactly. And yeah, that's spot on. So in the beginning, I felt like, again, the unknown of my role, and at each church, it is different.
Right.
Coming here, I felt like a little bit of pressure just because we don't know anybody at all. I don't feel that way now at all. I truly am. What you see is what you get. This is who I am, and I'm a flake sometimes, and I can't help it. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I can't help it. I should be better, but this is who I am. And I love our church so much. I love living here. It's been the biggest blessing for Steve and I. Yeah, you're right. What you see is what you get.
Which is, you know, a lot of people are, like, you know, I feel like not that long ago, if you walked into a church with a tattoo on your arm, you were looked at. Or it might just be my church. I don't know. But, or if you walked in, you know, like Josh said, with a hat on.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You know, you walked in not your Sunday best.
Right.
You know, there was, oh, she's a preacher wife, and she's she?
Yeah, I
Why
wore
is she here?
my sweatshirt and blue jeans today. Yeah. I'm
And you look just fine.
right. I'm not here to impress anybody.
Yeah.
I'm here to serve the Lord and
People are gonna get offended.
yeah, I don't care.
And, yeah, you did it. Exactly. We're here for one thing and one person. The rest of us is a bonus. You know, this little small fellowship here and the people we get to say hi and bye to every week.
Absolutely.
That's
When
a great
Steve
moment.
says yes, the family church, like I feel
Yeah.
like that. I feel like I'm walking into my family. So I wouldn't feel awkward walking into my family wearing my Irondale sweatshirt
Yeah.
and blue jeans today, you know,
Right.
and some days I dress up and some days I'm cold and
Yeah.
I need to be comfortable. Um, yeah, so the temperature in here, yes.
And it's real funky. I was wearing a hoodie when I came in. Now I'm in a t-shirt, and then 5 seconds ago I was cold.
Right,
But now I'm hot again.
right.
I keep it strategically moved my drum set close to the thermostat. Not that I feel like I should be in charge of it, but there are way more hot people in this church than there are cold. And so at band practice, I keep it real cold because as you gather more people in this small building, the warmer it
It's
gets.
gonna get warm.
So you're
Yeah.
only going to be cold for just a little while,
Right.
or I'm going to be me and like half of the other people
Roasting.
are going to be hot the whole time.
Right.
So, and no matter how many times we go over that, it's fine. So I sneak over there when everybody's eyes are supposed to be closed.
While we're praying.
Yeah, yeah. I gave up my tricks there. They'll be watching me now. Yeah. Steve, edit that out.
So you talked about other churches.
Mhm.
Have you had any other roles in your in ministry of your own? Sunday school teacher, youth.
Yeah, 'cause you're involved now with
Yeah, you're-
blast and stuff.
Yeah, so I thank you. That's my favorite.
Banana bread.
That mozzarella I had the next day or whatever it was spot on.
You made banana bread?
You made banana bread one time, and
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because Blake said that you really like it. Yeah.
Steve mentioned you like it, and all of a sudden here it is.
But he doesn't eat sweets. His favorite sweet is peanut butter. So, and you don't like not to cook with it. He just eats it by the spoonful. So,
Like a tub.
Like a Jiffy tub.
yeah, he brings the tub. Sometimes he mixes it with oatmeal and honey, but a lot of times it is good. Not my favorite snack. If I'm gonna eat a snack, it's
I'm
chocolate.
getting.
Peanut butter is fine. We're getting way out where you feel I think in some respect here. But my kid will do that. You'll just see her strolling by with the tub that's almost as big as her of the peanut butter and just a big old clear just taking it down.
Okay, so back to your question.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I was a Sunday school teacher for really small kids, like 2 and 3 year olds, whenever we were at the Wilderness Church. And that actually helped me a lot because I'm a new Christian and I'm teaching them stuff that is on my little level too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are fun and so sweet. Yeah. Those kids that I taught, I have their families on Facebook and they're like junior high school now. So sad.
Yeah.
You did the preschool here for a year, didn't you? Or so.
Yeah. My first year here, I did the preschool.
How'd that go?
I would really like to cook for you guys and
Yeah.
and
fine.
fellowship.
Yeah.
One more time.
And he sends us the picture of how he has the patio all set up, the garage opened up.
Yeah.
He did mention having a get together soon.
Not just
Yeah.
one time.
Right.
Never did it again. Had a great time.
Bombard him and
Yeah.
We don't do we. This is who we are. Like we don't do
You
anything.
guys are so
It's this, but he might not respond back to it for 5 business days.
He does the same thing to me. Also, you cannot send him 2 texts in a row
Nope.
because he will not read the first one. He will only read the second one. Oh yeah,
I've got like,
You didn't reply to that?
he didn't reply to that.
Are you
He
kidding
didn't
me?
or that one,
Steve,
or that one,
Stephen Boyle.
or that one.
That's a big one not to reply to. This is about her.
Yeah.
Shane, you're getting off track.
you're funny. No, I can crap about it too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing to
I
me.
know. Go. It was a big one. And I felt like it was my best yet. You know, we'll get him next. We'll get him next.
You're a guy one.
Yeah.
I'll finish
Yeah.
that question.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was involved with the youth at the Assembly of God, and at one point, like my kids' age, junior high, upper elementary, junior high, high school, and that was so much fun. It was every Wednesday night was just full of like all the town kids. It was great. It was a lot of fun. We took trips and did lock-ins, and I'm not a fan
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
just because I want to go to bed in my bed at night, and I can't stand to stay up that late. It hurts my brain. I can't do it. I feel sick the next day.
You never sleep.
No,
You never get enough sleep.
no, and
If you're the adult in charge,
It's even worse.
yeah, and it's rough.
We went on a youth trip one time, kid, and the bus driver came with us because we were so far away. So he stayed with us, and so he had his own room and everything. I was so jealous of him. It's like he just went to bed whenever he wanted. He got up whenever he wanted. You know, we were on a food schedule for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Like any of the activities, he could go, he could not go.
Right.
He could go take a nap.
Right.
I'll be the bus driver, I guess, if we go on. Leave me alone. I think last time, how we got into the depression stuff was I asked you, what do you think would be your strongest moment as a parent and your weakest, and then after that we'll follow it up as a wifey.
I'm gonna pull a dog. Get a pee.
All right.
My strongest and weakest moment as a parent. Correct?
Yes.
I don't remember how I answered it last time, I
Don't
guess. Honestly, I think that it does go back to depression. I mean, that was a pretty weak moment for me.
Yeah.
Figuring it out and having to discuss it with them, that was hard. But also, I think it showed my strength
Yeah.
by admitting, hey, this is what is going on with me. And you being vulnerable with it, you know, and just opening up to them. Honestly, my kids are my whole world. And so
Yeah. It's
it's a hard question because you never know if you're doing it right.
right.
You're hoping for the best, especially when we were so young. We were just like hoping we get it right. But now that our kids are grown and they're making big people decisions, yeah, I think that we did pretty good, and I'm incredibly proud of both of them. That's one of the hardest things about being a parent is every stage you're like, especially when they're like real little, I was just exhausted all the time. Like if we could just get past this or just get past that. But then the absolute hardest part I thought would be whenever they turned 16 and they're driving.
Right.
That was hard. But the absolute hardest part is having to step back and allow them space to learn and grow and make mistakes. That is hard to do. You want to just be able to do it for them and tell them, hey, don't do this, or you should do it that way. But they have to learn on their own, just like we did.
Most of the time,
Yeah. So
That's where you are like me.
I one time when Carter was little, when Carter was little, he was 9, and he wanted a bowl of cereal, and Steve's like, let him make his own bowl of cereal. And it's just like,
you probably
he's gonna make a mess. And so I said, okay. And it wasn't Carter trying to get me to. I just did it. Gallon of milk dumped everywhere. That's the reason I continued to make his cereal, because the whole gallon of milk was spilled all over the kitchen.
It's funny that comes from Steve, because you told us how his mom took care of Steve.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny now for him to be I'll let him do it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's what men are cool.
Yeah.
You won't have it because you.
Thank you.
You want your boys to grow up.
Yeah.
And whereas Steve said, like, he's really, really, he babies Riley a lot, but
Our girl.
Right.
I think that's different.
Yeah, it is.
Very
It is different.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit the opposite. I mean, they're both my babies, but Carter's my baby boy. He is working his little tail off right now. He's working at a sawmill in Columbia, and he's going to college online, and he's going to be done with college in June. He's coming back to Winona, Van Buren area this summer to work for Griffin's Log Homes. And then he's still working on getting on with the railroad. So.
Is he? Speaking of college and your family, so Steve told, I don't know if it was all of I don't remember who he told. He's a 4-degree man. How was that? Because I'm sure he maybe had one right after high school, but how was it?
Yeah, he got married. He had his associate's degree. After we got married, he continued and got his bachelor's degree, and then his master's degree, and then he did the
Not seminary, but like seminary.
Global University, I think is what he called it. He was gone a lot. And when he was home, he was working on his college stuff a lot. But we just so what you got to do,
Right.
And I didn't go to college until after the kids were in school, and he was done, because I didn't want both of us to be away, and I certainly. I didn't finish. I have, student loans are so dumb. I have, did you say I can't read? I got enough to sub and then get a job at the school as an aide, and that sufficed. I did not want to keep going. Right. I didn't like school in high school, and I certainly didn't like college, and I did not like being away from my babies. I think Steve needs to get his doctorate, but he will not.
Really?
Yeah, I think that it will be great. So he is. Mm-hmm.
He has enough on schedule.
Listen, he can't keep doing things and taking time away from
The boys' time to the fellas.
It's really dwindling down.
Yeah.
In the winter here.
Hoping it's golf coming on and he's still available, but he's going to get his doctorate.
He won't do it.
You don't think?
No, I've been on him for a long time to do it. He won't do it.
Well,
he don't want it.
Yeah. I mean, he's already been a superintendent, so, I guess other than the title,
It's basically just the title.
yeah, that's basically what we told Ashley. We talked to him a little bit about it.
Yeah.
For the masters, he's like, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So what's more money? Get it cheap.
Yeah,
He said go get it.
Right. Get
Yeah.
your master's. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll make more.
Go get it.
Won't the school pay for that?
No, and yes in a way. So like Farmington, where she's at now, there's like basically a discounted program with one of the teachers there where she could get it cheaper.
And
But that's
sometimes
all
it can be forgiven after so many
Yeah.
so many years.
The deal through the school, we all out of pocket. Yeah.
Right.
We're not, buddy.
Still just being talked about.
Yeah, just being in talk.
I'm just in jail. How would you? No one.
I don't know. I mean, in today's time, I have no idea the value of the dollar now. I don't know. I don't know.
So a little. So as a mother, we don't need to be a mother. So as a mother, what's one lesson to teach your kids?
To serve the Lord. I don't have just one. Serve the Lord. Put Him first. Be kind. I always say that. Just be kind.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely be kind. You can be ornery and funny and goofy, and you can be complete yourself, but be kind. At the end of all of it, you
Yeah.
need to have a kind heart, a soft heart for other people.
Okay, and then another quick one. What's one thing / like miracle that's like stood out to you? You go back all your in church time from your very first time stepping out into church to now. What's one thing that's stuck out to you that you can remember? God showed up or God provided for that one?
Saving our marriage first and foremost, for sure. He's protected us so many times in so many different ways, and blessed us in so many different ways. Us moving here was really incredible the way it all came about. We're moving away, we're getting away. I was so excited because my sister lives near, and she's been my best friend my whole adult life for sure. I mean, we were pregnant with our daughters together, and we were raising our babies together, and she moves. But we were just going to rent an apartment and go back home on the weekends to go to our church. And you guys know the story, how
Yeah.
Charlie calls and
Yep.
and I'm like, I hear the voicemail, and I said, did somebody just offer you they want you to pastor at their church? And he's like, yeah. And so that was huge. Another thing is, just last year I had a scare with breast cancer, and that was absolutely terrifying. And talk about feeling like you have absolutely no control
Right.
over a situation. And I remember crying one night, and I just told Steve, I am so scared. And he said, I am too. And I was like, now I'm really scared because,
He's not supposed to be scared.
no, you're supposed to be the tough one here. But
Yeah.
it was terrifying. We were
Yeah.
both very scared. And getting those test results back that were, they're negative,
Yeah.
it's not cancer, but I still have to continue to have checkups, yearly checkups. It's still in the back of my mind a little bit, but that was such a huge relief. Just a huge weight lifted off of our shoulders. And I believe that it was definitely God. He goes before us and He makes a way, and He definitely was in that situation.
Next quick one. What dreams do you have for our church here? What's something you'd like to see? You could see something happen.
honestly, it's going in the direction that I feel like God wants it to for sure. We're growing.
Not just in numbers.
No, no, growing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We are growing. I'm growing. I like it's you don't know how awesome it is to have so many people reach out to me on a daily basis to check on Riley to see how she's
Yep.
doing and get an update. Like that blesses my heart so much.
Yeah.
Do what?
We haven't done that. We'll
Actually, he
start.
he did.
Hey,
I'll messenger one day whenever you ask if we liked deer meat.
how's Riley?
She's so miserable. Yeah, you do. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. But seriously, I know I just got off topic a little bit,
Yeah.
but I don't know, continued growth. I would love to see the youth, the teenagers especially, grow. It is for sure. But when we first came that first year, I felt like that we just had so many. Um, yeah. But I know they grow up and
Yeah.
they're living in some of the best but hardest years of their life,
Yeah.
especially being a Christian. So,
Yeah.
that yeah, we are growing in that area for sure. And
Yeah.
another thing is, I absolutely love all the families that have like you guys and your families and your young kids and they're growing up in church and they're going to be that youth
Yeah.
very soon. Yeah, that's exciting. Uh, Josh lives in Fredericktown. Josh and Becca. Oh, I did not know that. I just assumed he lived right here. Is he from here?
He came across this church because we all
I heard his testimony, but it didn't register with me that that is so cool. Wow, gotcha. We can't mention those on this
No,
podcast.
Yeah. It is, the next kids.
Yeah, those
Lorelai, you're uh, for wild animals.
wild animal.
Who? There's a bunch more in there. Mine's Chris's, the Beckers, Chris's kids. They're all spaced out, so he gets a little bit of everything. And then you guys get to sit there with grown kids now and get to be almost the fun aunt and uncle type. Yeah. Rather than navigating, I'm sure your kids see navigating the Winnie's Mr. Voyles and Winnie's brother Steve.
Right.
She'll get out of the truck all the time in the morning and go, "What's up, Steve?"
Right.
Like, "Dad, be all right." Then she brought him bologna.
Oh yeah, he bragged on that.
Yeah.
That's
He's
awesome.
been going on. My wife was, my wife was not ashamed, embarrassed
Why?
that I gave the principal smoked bologna.
I think it's awesome. I love
Yeah.
smoked bologna.
Yeah, me too. So she called it ham to her teacher, and he goes, "Actually, it's better than that. It's bologna." And stuff.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
great.
All right.
But yeah, it is awesome that it's all here and it's all together and it's we're doing big stuff out of a little place.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so exciting to be a part of.
Yeah, and I feel like this is what Steve wanted for sure, but I think this is what visions he had,
Right.
all along. I remember a sermon probably early last year talking about how this church was almost on a breakthrough, almost on a revival, and we needed to recharge. He'll remember it, probably. No, Josh will remember it.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, Josh will.
That's
But-
so awesome. I did
Yeah.
not. I had no idea that he was from so far away.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So now, where we are now, I think I text him all the time, like, "Is this it? Is this
Yeah, I'm excited about the upcoming ladies retreat as well. That's going to be really awesome. hmm Oh, that's exciting.
For me.
Do you like your drum set for your car?
Right.
I was so excited to get that. That's awesome.
By me, a lot of times we take my truck to lunch. Everybody eats there. Somehow I've not lost a little stick yet, and it's been to school by Riley
You took it to school.
on accident, but gave it to Steve to hold on to.
That's great. I
Yeah,
love it.
who I'm not sure which one would lose it first, honestly. You know what I mean? Like it's I mean, I got some more. Where are you at?
Well, I'm on the wind down side of my question.
Yeah, same as these. How's it been being the first lady of Irondale?
I love it here.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I've gained a lot of new friends. It's
Wish you could take that.
no.
Okay.
No.
Good shit.
It's so cool that we I know that we're not the same age, but we're
I feel like we're close.
in the adult realm. You're
Yeah.
closer to my kids' age.
He's 40.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's younger than B, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget that he's younger than me too. I forget how old I am. And I don't act my age, so
Right. Teeth yesterday afternoon, and she goes, "Hey, Dad." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "You don't look 33." I said, "Well, this could be good or bad." And she goes, "Yeah, you look older." Okay, thanks. And she said, "Mom doesn't look 30." Meanwhile, it's like toothbrush in and out. Mom doesn't look 32 either. I'm like, careful. And she said, "Yeah, she looks like she's 20."
Aw.
So, right, they're at Dollar Tree right now.
Right.
So-
Yeah. Moozing.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, since we recorded this the first time, you and Steve have went on vacation and a couple nice gentlemen picked you up.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah, and Habib.
and Habib, how was that for you? Has anybody else ever done that for you? And you're welcome.
Thank you so much. That was the best welcome home little celebration. Your signs were just incredible. And having a random stranger walk by and congratulate us was hilarious. I wonder, did she read the cousins part or she just sees?
Everyone on the escalator did. They were.
Oh, goodness.
I meant to hit record. I had my phone in my pocket because I wanted to see your guys' reaction because you seen it first, and the words I think I feel like you said were, "Look at your stupid friends."
Well, and
Yeah, because you seen it first.
I did.
coming out, and then Steve.
Because he's involved, man.
Look.
Yeah.
And I the words.
So, for those that don't go to church here and didn't get to see the picture of the day, I am holding we'll start this way. Shane is holding a sign that says, "Welcome home from the honeymoon, Steve and Delhia." I am holding a sign that says, "Who said cousins can't get married?" Hashtag Shannon County. So, we'll have Steve put that as the background.
That'll be a little.
So, Steve texted us There was a handful of us in that.
Yeah, it was like 9 yeah.
Yeah.
It was immediate.
There was not. I don't think he got the whole text sent before I said, "I will." As soon as
It was like, go.
Right. So Carter and Kinsley, they took us up, and then they were going to pick us up, but the day that we were actually on the boat, we were getting ready to lose service. They're like, we still can, but we forgot we have plans. If you could find somebody else. And so I was like, well, maybe text, because Jim Smith has drove us to the airport and picked us up when we went on our family vacation. And I said, well,
we're out.
It was totally fine. That was awesome. It was hilarious, honestly. I wish I
was ahead of you, because I would have had it out for longer.
Yeah, so I was certain that they would have seen it because they were there like probably 20 minutes before us. That stinks. Yeah, so gotcha. My sister and her family had went on a cruise as well, but they were cruising out of New Orleans. We were cruising out of Miami. Yeah. Yeah. And when we flew back, our flight got in like 10 minutes apart. So they were just a little bit ahead of us. And so I was certain that they had seen the signs. So
Stupid cringe down the bottom.
I say that with all the love in my
I
heart.
know. You say, I think. And you were just talking, and he's like, nothing's wrong. And Steve is silently in a panic.
He is sad for you because he thinks you have paid somebody to steal our vehicle, basically, and he's feeling bad for you.
Which is incredibly the exact opposite of what I would have been. You stupid! You paid somebody to steal my. Now what are we gonna do?
I thought it was so weird, and then I thought, why are you calling him so much? Like, this is not like a normal service here.
Yeah.
And mine, it's like we're the team. It's cold that night.
Oh, it's so cold, and Steve's in shorts and a t-shirt and had to get out a hoodie.
I thought he was Australian. I thought.
Missed opportunity on services, by the way.
True. Very true.
Keep a car warm. $20. How many $20 can you get? As long as we present ourselves as honest, trustworthy guys.
Beep.
AKA Nick Jones.
Okay, that was. So I got. Since we're winding down this, we're in this positive note.
Yeah.
When's the honeymoon? No, honeymoon. When's the anniversary? You guys in 22nd?
Oh, November 6th.
Yeah, we got time to plan.
Steve was did ship out some golf clubs for Steve for the anniversary.
He wants me to buy golf clubs for myself.
We went through this last time. Yeah.
He's
not the problem.
Right.
The problem.
Yes. Correct.
As far as tightwad.
Right.
Okay, and then question. We need a funny Steve story. I remember the one from last time. So
And it is solid. It's
good. About the
waking up.
Doing
Oh, right. Yes. Do you want me to tell that one? It's a good one.
Or we can take that one for a classic. We will take any
that one's.
Unless you got a better one. We're just here to turn this space.
We weren't there. We just wanted to be embarrassed.
Okay. So I think that I'm going to stick with that one.
That's
honestly.
fine.
Okay, so it's like 5 a.m. I'm in my bathroom getting ready, and Riley's in the utility room getting something out of the dryer, and Steve is in bed still asleep. And the way it's set up in our house, the house that Riley and Tristan own, it all kind of goes in circles. So from utility room to our master bathroom to master bedroom, living room, kitchen, and then back around to the utility room. Just a big circle. So Riley's getting something out of the dryer, and she just starts screaming, like really screaming crazy, and takes off running towards me. I drop my flat iron and I'm screaming, and I take off running towards Steve. So we're both screaming and running towards Steve. We jump in bed with Steve. Steve sits straight up and screams really loud like a girl. And he is like, "What is going on?" I didn't know why we were screaming.
Right.
And Riley's like, "There's a huge cat." And she's like completely freaked out. Carter comes in from the living room side, and he thinks that there's a goose in the house. And yeah, so we finally all quit screaming, but I have never seen him scream like that before. Like, if there was an intruder, he was waking up to screaming at him.
I'm getting. Yeah, you guys are doomed.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, no kidding.
That's. I would love to see everyone.
I hear Steve scream. Looks like they're getting axe murdered.
The first year that we lived here, I was a little bit worried about like somebody breaking in or something, because one, I don't know anybody around here, and there was people would just park in front of our house, like in those parking spots, like to meet, to fight and stuff, all the time. Right, right there, yeah. Right. The biker club, they have loud music going on. Everyone, I don't hear them now that they've moved. Yeah, but yeah, they used to have bonfires and music. I mean, they weren't a disturbance or
We just have
anything.
a small bonfire.
That's true. We have a fire. We have a fire pit. We have two fire pits. Yeah.
I think I've actually walked through it. So, I mean,
It is really nice.
Yeah.
I am really excited for warmer weather. True.
Although if you followed the church schedule,
Yeah,
you'd be busy.
it would be.
On top of having to preach.
On top of several trips to Winona and Springfield.
I'm pushing hard for that.
I'm out. I'll cook hot dogs and hamburgers.
I love crawfish, but I'll eat a hot dog too.
That'd be good. Big talk's full of crawfish balls, but yeah, we gotta just all get together and.
That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So a little house cleaning
Okay.
tips. Say my dog got into a deer.
Oh, seriously?
Got a deer all over the couch. How do you get deer on a love seat? Like rotten deer. How do you get that?
It was a stomach. It was deer guts.
Is that a squash board?
It smelled like poop too. It was really bad.
Yeah.
So he brought a thing into the yard first. Steve comes home, gets shoved. Wilson. Yes. Yeah. Not Steve. It's Wilson. Yes, it's Wilson. He loves chicken liver and chicken gizzards. So he goes downstairs to get the shovel. I hear him acting funny, Steve, and he comes back up and he's like, Wilson has made a mess on the love seat. And I was like, oh, okay. I go down there, and not only has he puked up a whole bunch of deer guts, he tried to hide it so it's in the corner. He always hides stuff in the corner of any of our furniture. Like if we've left something on the counter that he can reach, he will hide it there. Especially bread. He loves bread. Yeah. So I have a never-ending supply of rubber gloves, kind of like those. And a bunch of plastic sacks, and I had to pick it all up out of it.
Steve didn't do that for you?
No, he went back to work.
Really?
Yeah. No, he did not.
He knew.
Oh, he did. He told me Wilson's made a mess down there, and I am screaming mad. I am like, It's new.
Right.
It is so gross.
Sure, I carried it in
What?
the couch.
Yes, you did.
I'm pretty sure I got yeah.
This is not the first time he's done this though.
There.
When we lived in the country, he did this and he puked guts up on my brand new area rug in our new house. So this is
And you can get
wasn't
so he just went
He
saw
did.
us and like, you know what, guys?
yeah.
You're,
I'm out.
Your problem.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'll have to work.
Yeah, exactly. He totally ditched me.
You have how much was that water today?
No, no, he wasn't actually. He would have puked too, honestly, if he would have cleaned it up. He doesn't do well either. He's better than he used to be, but he has a really weak stomach, like really weak. You could get him on something with that.
Yeah, it won't be during the tournament.
I think this gave a great insight. You got it?
I think I got all of them.
Yeah, I got all mine too. Anything for us?
Yeah.
Discuss
Or anything like you want to get off your chest and say?
Yeah, anything Steve's done that we can use against him for future ammunition?
No, honestly, we're in a really good place since we've lived up here.
Right.
All is well. We seriously are living our best life for sure. How's the newlyweds? How's that going?
No. I said this during the men's meeting twice now. So I've been asked this before. So you guys were dating for 4 years or whatever, and so nothing's changed, right? It's just a piece of paper on marriage. No, actually, it's because I noticed it. You know, they say the honeymoon phase, but again, we were dating for 4 years, so there's no
Right.
honeymoon phase there
Right.
anymore. But it was like once the marriage happened, there was this something changed, you know. And I was I felt differently. She felt differently. We still do feel differently, like stronger. And I heard a sermon that was like that the closest relationship you'll ever get to God is with the husband and wife. So, and once you're up there like at the altar and you're saying, you know, your vows, you're saying all these, and you're coming from it from a religious point, you know, saying and being with God, saying, you know, I'm gonna all these vows, I'm gonna do all these things,
Right.
and once you expose yourself like that, and then once the other person, you know, agrees to it and says the same thing, I think you almost like unlock a new level of like love there. Because it's I don't know how to explain it other than just it's like God keeps that apart,
Right.
and until you make that commitment, you don't get to experience that.
Yeah.
And we're living
Right.
that now.
Right. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Hang on to that when you forget to do the dishes.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something along those.
Actually, hot work is the picture this morning.
Yeah, I bet you are.
You put yourself in hot water over the funniest things.
Sometimes, yeah. Fun fact was, we know that we yeah, and change the picture.
And even more now once this.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind her of that when she listens to it.
You pick your battles, and sometimes I just want to fight, but not like a big fight, just
Just a little spat.
just a little sparring session.
If you're picking on them, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Right.
she's mad. I'm laughing harder than her laugh.
Can't get along all the time. That'd be silly.
Doug asked me the other day, do you just not like breathing?
You know how you breathe.
You know how you breathe. I said, sometimes you take for granted, so you gotta remind yourself. Of
Yeah.
how big it is.
But you do it well.
Yeah.
You do it well.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think this, I think this gave a great insight. You know, a lot of people see you and you're reserved. I will say that, but with class.
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah, you not really shy per se, because I think you'll talk to anybody.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, but I think it takes a minute to open you up and peel back a layer or two. But,
Yeah.
I know we've all loved getting to know you. And I think a lot of people will enjoy this
Yeah, it's been
because
fun.
there's some stuff in
Round
there.
two.
Round two?
Yeah.
Greater.
Banana bread next time around too, though.
Good deal.
I actually won't eat anything.
My son-in-law don't like it either.
What's the she makes these Neiman Marcus cookies.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
She makes fire muscatelli.
I had that too.
Oh, and breakfast. You made breakfast at the Thanksgiving thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I made breakfast pizza one night.
Yes, you did.
Delhia likes to bake.
I do.
Delhia likes to bake.
I do.
Yeah.
And cook.
Andy.
We didn't ask any
Andy.
hobbies, but that's
Yeah, you hobby?
That baking.
baking.
Baking
Cooking.
and wifing.
Yes. I'm so excited to be
Grandma.
a Gigi. Yes.
Is that your Gigi?
I'm
Is that-
Gigi until she decides to call me something else. But yeah, that's what my daughter calls me. I love kayaking and I love searching for river glass and sea glass and snorkeling. Yeah.
Well, if you find a bottle inside an old bottle in
Oh yeah,
you
love
brought
them.
her, you will get.
That was the back window of the Jeep of the truck fixing the glass he had rear-ended the Jeep, and this was all over his dash, and I was showing it to her.
It's on my collection downstairs by the TV where your glass bottles that you gave me are. I don't either.
This wraps up the Family Church podcast. With guest this week, Delhia Voyles.
Takeover.
The Takeover.
Takeover podcast.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of those, I think, coming up. Did we get that one?